Following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good evening, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program as we virtually unbox yet another game. This time it is Action PC Baseball 2021. And when I show you, yes, it does have a 2021 copyright date on it. And, excuse me. Yes, it does have that new game smell to it. So after 155 plus broadcasts with Action PC Baseball 2020, we will look at Action PC Baseball 2021. It came out at about just before 6 tonight Eastern Time, about an hour and a half ago, when it was supposed to come out. Imagine that. And so I've installed it. There's no change in the install. There's no change in how things are modded. We'll go through them anyway. And one of the 3 deluxe seasons you got were 1916, 1962, and 2020. And so we'll do an exhibition game from 1962. We'll do what we call the playoff bowl between the Minnesota Twins, second place, and the second place Los Angeles Dodgers, because that stadium was already set up and it'll take less time to figure out how things are going. So I've just looked a little bit at this, more than I normally would before one of these videos. But again, the installation procedure is the same, although I had to go to my second hard drive to figure out how to install it. It didn't install the first few times. But we got it. And so, but that's not for here, for there. And I just opened to see what it looked like because I couldn't wait myself. So if you're watching us live on twitch.tv tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, it'll be the Boston Braves and Philadelphia Phillies. The National League champion Braves host the Phillies from Braves Field in Boston to start 1949. And then in prime time at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, will be the defending world champion Cleveland Indians in St. Louis to face the St. Louis Browns. Got to the ballparks for a lot of these, so that's why you're getting a modern ballpark tonight. And the cats come up on the bed. How about that? So let's get to it, shall we? I reopened the game. I didn't need to install anything outside that, and so this is what you're going to see when you're going to cuddle at me when you open up the game. Okay, all right. And voila, there you are. That's what it looks like when you open it up. You can choose which league folder you want to select or go down and do it. It's something that normally you'd have to go into the season tab to do. And so we're going to do something from 62. So I don't need to do anything. It's all just, I'm just going to hit cancel here because it's already there. Okay, and so this is the new intro screen. You have 3 choices. Recent. There's no recent games because this replay hasn't started yet. Headlines. You can't have any headlines for games that don't exist. And upcoming, which of course is the real lineups and stuff from there. So we'll leave it there. So that's the real stats from 1962. Somehow I'd started a replay with this years ago. And if just in case you're wondering, it does not matter which version of Action PC you own. Every season is good with every version. So the Giants beat the Dodgers in a best-of-3 playoff. And the Yankees won the American League by 5 games. Yankees beating the Giants in 7 in the World Series. So this is what the American League leader screen would look like. Both leagues, which is what the default is when you start the game. It seems a little bit slower, but there's pictures and all that. You just got here. You're fine. I'm trying to find teams. All right, let's take a look at the Dodgers team page. It is, if you bought the game early, JT, or you bought the game, it should be in your orders on the Shop DK Sports page. And yes, I did not, thanks for the correction on the right name of page and all that. So, here we go. that's what the team page looks like. And I'm assuming that what you have here are league leaders or team leaders. Can't imagine the Dodgers love the league and everything. So that's what the team pages look on if you're doing a single team replay and pitching some of the basics. Remember, saves aren't official in 1962. Let's look at Philadelphia. Yeah. So the team leaders are highlighted in black. Bold. They're bold. Just like they were in the old baseball encyclopedia. Okay. Team information. I'll show this to you, but it's the same every year. You have to put the name of the team in. I must admit, I did this before. The colors, the ballpark, and the year. How to put the logo in hasn't changed. I would be surprised if you would upgrade, unless there's something that blows my socks off tonight, Todd. Did I do the uniform? Same thing for the uniforms. Let's actually do it for one of the teams that's actually playing tonight. The Dodgers. So this has not changed. I don't. Whoops, the cat's walking across the keyboard. Hopefully she doesn't hit F whatevers. And make sure I'm still on the air. Yes, how about that? She didn't kill me. Absolutely, JT. No, I don't know what's different this year. Sometimes the upgrades are huge. And sometimes they're kind of incremental. Most of the time, you'll go about a month into it going, oh, I didn't notice that. So it's not always all fluff. Okay, so we got the Dodgers there. The logo. We're playing the Twins. In their second year. How you doing, Larry? All right, so modding things is always the same. Does not change. Does not change for the sport. So that is no different. I don't know why it keeps slowing down, though, to open that up. Here is what the schedule screen is like. I don't know, remember doing a 62 replay, but apparently I did because I've got teams marked. So that has not changed. So that looks exactly the same. Todd B is doing your replay basketball project. Okay. What's new here for is human games last as usual. You can play, that's new, you can play all the games for a given team. And then, of course, you can favorite team human coach. Okay, that's always been there. This just came out, Silent Shadows, about an hour and a half ago. Opening screen. Oh! Yeah, you should be able to read that. Display this screen when starting the program. Open the setup screen to select an opening screen. So, that's new. You can now just go right to scheduled games to start. That's brand new, and that's the first time I've seen it in any of the Dave Cook Sims is with this. Setup. Oh, let's take a look at setup. Yeah, that is very interesting. Setup. Well, here's the new stuff here. And we'll play around with this once we get into it. Ooh, we now have pop-up results. Home run number plus distance, extra base hit number, all hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Well, let's check all play results. And if that gets annoying, we'll change it. The scoreboard doesn't change. Diamond display is full screen. Lineup stats. I don't know. I haven't played it. You're watching this right along with me. Replay stats for lineup. Actually, no, I want game stats. We'll see what the rest of these look like in a moment. Player displays. We'll see if I need to change any of this around. Video and this looks like it's a direct thing from what I did last year. You can change that, JT. Photos, fielders, runners on. Not everybody has a uniform number though. Can I make player pictures on the screen larger? You should be able to. I have extra small. You can choose small, medium, large, and extra large. Is that what you're talking about, Todd? We'll see if that's too loud. Honestly, it's taken my settings from last year and used them to this year. Because I don't do the home run fireworks or the national anthem, and that's not been checked. Usually it is checked. Okay. Play-by-play. Play-by-play color. Yeah, this is actually taking my settings from last year. And, hi, darling. And left them. Because I don't do team colors. I don't do short play-by-play. And remember, if you do short play-by-play, you don't get the video. Park image we'll find later. Boxes and reports. Again, this is what I had last year. And miscellaneous. Yeah. Mr. Mike is late for class. No, we just started. So it looks like if you bought last year's game and dolled it up the way you wanted to. Ha ha ha. Short play-by-play. Bob Costas. Yeah, right. And a runtime error overflow. Isn't that nice? You're going to get the intro screen while I reboot this sucker. Okay. Please stand by. We're having technical difficulties. Okay, we're back. And so I didn't see where I could choose which opening screen I could use, but the schedule one is new. I'm going to do cancel. Snapshots would I use? Oh wait, that's new. That's cool. So they've redone this page for batting leaders and then team leaders and all-stars. See if I can get another run overflow. I didn't see where I could change my opening screen because I said that was in the setup. Miscellaneous doesn't change anything. Box and reports is the replay is Play-by-play. Video and sound. Player displays. Is it going to crash again? Hey, we did not crash. Yay. All right, you want to see what a player card looks like? Yeah, I really know if you. I'm guessing, Todd, that you probably wouldn't need to buy this unless there's something that we see tonight that really is incredible. Same thing for this. Let's see if there's anything new here. It's amazing what you can change with this game. Usage and history. Okay. So that has not changed. Yeah, unless you wanted to replay the 2020 season. The deluxe version comes with 16 and 1962. Well then, let's get to our exhibition game so we can mess around with all of this. So we're going to be like the old NFL and play a playoff bowl. These are the two second play. I think you can get... Someone must have the 81 master schedule. Second place teams in each league. The Minnesota Twins and the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we'll say it's a day game. We'll say it's the 26th of April. We hit play. And we'll stay human for the moment. Game display options. A couple of these are new. Main batter, main pitcher, team uniform, manager. If I had managers. There's no manager pack as far as I know. On deck hitter. Somebody said Dodgers. Pitch count, pitch speed, pitch type. Pitch type is new. I don't know the fence distance markers. They've been there before. Great and poor play icon, ejection icon, injury icon, dual monitor display. I use the second monitor for you guys. Mouse over player display, mouse over box score, pause each inning, current weather, batter usage, pitcher usage penalty, and milestone banner. That's new. And we don't do usage penalties ever. Banner pitcher stat layouts. That I'll check. You can change any of these. I do walks and strikeouts. Yes, that's always what it's done. If you were a big fan of the reading the play-by-play, I think the rest of these is what I normally have. Okay. Now, I think one of these things is new. I don't believe they listed plate appearances before. I think they always just listed at bats. BR and BT. Ooh, that's new. Doesn't say what they are, but it's new. Let's select a pitcher, shall we? We're going to go with Kitty Cat, I would think. I thought about Willard Hunter there, but we'll go with Sandy. All right, let's do a lineup, shall we? Who's got speed? Nobody has speed. Holy crap. Whether these are right or not, I really don't care. First base and shortstop. All right, so Lenny Green, Rich Rollins, Harmon Killebrew, Bobby Allison, Earl Batty, Bernie Allen, Vic Power, and Zolo Versailles. Or Versailles? Or Zolio Versailles. I have it. I think I've used it maybe twice. Now for the Dodgers. Let me guess. I want Maury Wills to bat ninth. Help me out here, Lorenzo. I tried to guess here. I guess Willie Davis at second. Catcher first, second, third. 370, 379, 341, and 365. Yeah, that's why I went vroom vroom. Yeah, I knew that Gilliam normally batted second. I put him sixth at 370 on base percentage because Willie Davis. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, we swapped them. We swapped them. We did. This looks exactly like what last year's game looked like. In fact, I didn't have... Wow, even the... So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, Lenny Green will lead off for the Twins in center field. Rich Rollins at third will bat second. Harmon Killebrew in left will bat third. Bobby Vroom Vroom Allison cleans up in right. Earl Batty behind the plate. Bernie Allen at second will bat sixth. Vic Power at first will go seventh. Zolio, Versailles, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Jimmy Cott will bat ninth. On the mound, defensively for the Dodgers. Tommy Davis in left. He's an 8 and a 6. I don't know how to change the uniform numbers. Willie Davis is in center. He's an 8 and a 7. Frank Howard, Hondo, Zoilo. Okay. Frank Howard, a 6 and a 5 in right. Spencer, a 7 at third. Maury Wills, a 10 at short. Junior Gilliam is a 5 at second. And Ron Fairley, a 6 at first. Johnny Roseboro behind the plate, a 9 and a 7. And Mr. Koufax is not a great fielder. But when you strike out 9 gazillion batters, it really doesn't matter. Sandy went 14 and 7 with a save and an ERA of 2.54. He started 26 games. He pitched in 28. He was hurt. He only threw 184 innings, allowed 134 hits, walked 57, and struck out 216. He's 26 years old. He's just a baby in 1962. Fastball pitcher, a fly ball pitcher. And that fastball tops out at 94. And if the rest of this is right, then we should be good to go. So Green, 271, 14 homers and 63 RBI. So the playoff bowl for 1962. The second place Dodgers and the second place Minnesota Twins. We're a preview of the 65 World Series. Koufax delivers, and I'll change that. That's a walk. And yep, how you doing, Captain Carl? And that's one of the new wrinkles on the bottom right there. 95 fastball. So no more guessing from me on what kind of pitch that is. It says it right away. So player displays. I don't want reading circle. You can do who was it that was asking about uniform number? Well, there you go. You can choose uniform number. Square and... I don't like the small icons. There. So green on first. Rich Rollins, yes, he does. He looks like if Ernie and he looks like an older version of Ernie, doesn't it? So Rich Rollins, 298, 16 homers, and 96 RBI. Pitch from Koufax. There's a ground ball to Fairley. Takes it to the bag at first, and he is out. He is out. Well, that was kind of weird. So you saw the ball there. At least the icons didn't run into each other. Brings up Harmon. Oh, Koufax is holding the ball. That's new. So you can see, follow the whole Vin Scully thing. You can't go wrong if you just keep your eye on the ball. If you know where the ball is, you can't go wrong. Killebrew, 243, 48 homers, and 126 RBI. Green on second. Pitch to Killebrew. There's a fly ball to left. Tommy Davis goes back and makes the catch. He throws to third, and Green is safe. And that's what that shows, if you could see it, behind Koufax. So that pop-up state. He kind of looks like the race car driver, doesn't he? Bob Allison hit 266, 29 homers, 102 RBI. 86 on the curve. 86-mile-an-hour curveball. Of course, this is the opening season at Dodger Stadium. Pitch to Allison. There's a fly ball to left. Back goes Davis in the corner. He'll make the catch to retire the side. The Twins, they leave a runner on. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. So Jim Cott, 18 and 14 in 62, a 3.14 pie. He pitched pie. His ERA is pie. 3.14. 269 innings, 243 hits, 23 home runs, walked 75, and struck out 163. He is all of 23 in 1962. Fastball pitcher at 87 and a ground ball pitcher. None of this looks any different. 39 games, 35 starts, and 16 will be complete. Bobby Allison will run around the bases in the right direction. Here's the lineup he'll face. Maury Wills leads off at short. Jim Gilliam at second will play second. Frank Howard will hit third and play in right. Tommy Davis cleans up and left. Ron Fairley will bat fifth at first. Davis, the other one, is in center field. He'll bat sixth. Spencer at third will bat seventh. Johnny Roseborough behind the plate. And Koufax, who threw 16 pitches, will bat ninth. And yeah, if Jim Cott melted down all of his gold gloves, he could be even richer. Harmon Killebrew was a 4 and a 5 in left. Lenny Green a 6 and a 6 in center. Bobby Allison an 8 and an 8 in right. Rollins playing for the bunt, which you're not going to get, is a 5 at third. Versalis is a 9 at short. Allen a 6 at second. Power a 10 at first. And Earl Batty a 10 and an 8 behind the plate. Cott, Gold Glove winner, 17 times? He and Greg Maddux, I think, have all the gold in California between the two of them. He's a 10, obviously, and that's range, and a .967 fielding percentage. Maury at 299, 10 triples, 6 homers, 48 RBI, and he knows who the father is. Cott deals, and there's a ground ball to Versalis over to first, 1 out. We are playing technically on the 26th of April, and it is a cold day in Los Angeles, 64 degrees and clear, with the winds blowing right to left at 5. And this park is playing humongous. Gilliam at 270, 4 homers and 43 RBI. I try to work those in. It doesn't always work. IU Mike, by the way, is our newest follower. Thank you very much. And Potato Lovey, our latest two. We're now up to 154 here on Twitch. Pitch to Gilliam. There's a ground ball to Versailles over to Power. You know what? This might actually help now that you see the ball on the screen at all times. Because if it starts to blink, you'll know there's an error. It just kind of makes you wonder if Dave and company started to watch some of these. Because that's kind of cool. One of the things that I've always kind of hesitated with is you got a runner called out and then you notice it's an error. Here's Hondo. Speaking of Hondo, should be watching Dave Gardner's late night basketball streams. Hondo at 296, 31 homers, and 119 RBI. Potts pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Versailles can't get it out of his glove in time, and he is safe. So that new pop-up, that was a colored pop-up before. This time it's all white. Brings up Tommy Davis, who had a magnificent year. Just as the phone goes off. Oh, to tell me what? What are you trying to tell me? I don't know what it was trying to tell me. 346, 27 homers, and he drove in 153. And there's a fly ball right field. Allison comes in, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hit, or one hit, no errors. We go to the second, no score. So Batty, only supposed to hit 133 here. Lorenzo should be in his glory and playing the Dodgers. Batty at 280, 11 homers, and 57 RBI. Koufax delivers. There's a ground ball to Gilliam over to first, one out. So I like that. Kind of along the lines of sing along with Mitch. Just follow the bouncing ball. Here's Bernie Allen. Bernie played for the old Senators, the Twins, and then the new Senators. 269, 12 homers, and 64 RBI. Earl Batty, one of the slowest runners ever. But he's still faster than I am. Pitch to Allen. Got away from Roseboro, and Allen's going to reach on the walk. So second walk from Koufax. Here's Vic Power. 290, 16 homers, and 63 RBI. In the left center, Davis, Willie makes the catch. Allen does a shimmy, and there's two out. For, we said Zoilo, right? Zoilo Versailles. 241, 17 homers, and 67 RBI. Not that I've seen yet the new intro screen, Mike. It's hard. This game is very mature. Some good enhancements last year. The stadium effects are on the screen. The weather is on the screen. I wouldn't say this is a must-buy yet. You know, we always use the newest edition, of course, for the season replay. But you don't know. I mean, it's one of those... Basketball got the most love this year because of the chalkboard. Pitch to Versailles. There's a ground ball to Spencer. Snap throw to first, and Zoilo is safe. So that's a hit. So both teams have a hit. Allen on second, Versailles on first for Cott. Jimmy at 180, a homer and 10 RBI. If we could see behind the curtain, so to speak, how do you think the results are arrived at? Stratlight? The outcome box you can see, and so it tells you what the odds are for any given at bat. I would venture to guess that everything kind of has a card, and kind of the way that Digital Diamond is, and just kind of roll some dice and get some results that way. I'm sure it's all random numbers. Pitch to Cott. Got him. First strikeout of the year. Swung on and missed on a 1-2 fastball at 94. No runs, a hit, no errors. Twins have left 3 on after an inning and a half. No score. So Ron Fairley at 278, 14 homers and 71 RBI. So if you watch that outcome box, that's the numbers below Jim Cott's picture. That's the closest, I think. And I just imagine whether it's 4D10, 1D 1,000. I'm not sure how exactly that works. But, it's all math. Pitch to Fairley. Got him. It's not showing me strikeouts. See if I can change that. Cott got him on a 1-2 curve at 79. There. So this is new. Now that'll change. Here's Willie Davis, 285, 21 homers, and 85 RBI. 1 out, bottom of the second. The virtual unwrapping of Action PC Baseball 2021. Pitch to Davis. There's a ground ball base hit. And you can see that is indeed a single. And in fact, that is actually colored. So Davis not a threat to steal. And we can tell you that he hit a change. Here's Darryl Spencer at 236. 2 homers and 12 RBI. And the play result stays until I advance the play. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. So Davis will hold at second. And the Dodgers have runners on first and second. A single marker comes off the field. And 1 out for Roseboro. 249, 7 homers, and 55 RBI. Pitch from Cott. Got him! And that's one of the new changes. That's Cott's second strikeout of the night. An 89-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and missed. 2 out for Koufax. Sandy, not much of a hitter. 095. He did hit 2 home runs. So of his 8 hits, 2 of them were homers, and he drove in 5. But he struck out 47. Is there a way to keep the play-by-play box on the screen during a chalkboard? Well, we'll leave this one on. I normally take it off, but for you, we'll try it. My pitcher is about to hit. Yep. So that's the warning if you're half asleep and you're getting pounded 13-2 in the second inning. Oh, yeah, I can pinch it. Pinch it for your pitcher, Ron. 1-2 curve. Struck him out. That's always been there. I'm going to take that off. So that's the third strikeout as Koufax check swing in at the knees at 81, and that will retire the side. The Dodgers, no run, 2 hits, and no errors. After 2, they've left 2 more on, no score. So Todd, you just uncheck hide stats during video. In fact, you could slow down the play-by-play if you wanted to that way. So here's Lenny Green. He walked his first time up. Koufax threw 9 batters, 2 innings, 35 pitches, a hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. So just first blush here, about a half hour into this. If you've updated recently, I'm not seeing much of anything that says you got to have it. But if it's been 2, 3, 4 years, there's always enough changes. Then again, in about a week, when we get really into that 49 replay, I'll go, oh, well, A, B, and C has changed. Pitch to Green is a walk. So Green has walked again. And Koufax has walked 3. Green not a threat to steal. Here's Rollins. He's 0 for 1. And that hasn't changed. You mouse over the player's name, and it shows you what he's done. Pitch to Rollins as a fly ball to left. Tommy Davis goes in the corner, and that is off the wall. Green will round third. Davis will throw home. Wells to the plate. No, sir. That safe didn't stay up very long, so you'll have to watch that. It changed screens immediately for Killebrew. So the Twins go up 1-0. And Rollins, or the youngster from My Three Sons, is on second. Here's Killebrew. He's 0 for 1. Koufax deals. Fly ball center field. Willie Davis is there to make the catch. Rollins going to third to throw to Spencer. Gets away! And Rollins will score on the error by Davis. And so that's new. We'll show the replay of this, so now you can actually see the error. You always haven't been able to do that before. Although the runner isn't on base, you saw the throw get away from Spencer, and the run scored, although you didn't actually see the runner score. So 2-0 Twins, and 1 out for Allison, who's 0 for 1. Got away again, ball 4. So Koufax, a bit too high, lost him on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And that's Sandy's 4th walk. And that brings up Earl Batty, who needs some batteries, from what we've been told. Got him! A 2-2 changeup at 82, and that's swung on and missed. 2 out for Bernie Allen, who walked his first time up. Pitch to Allen, and that is ball 4. So Koufax has walked 5. And Lorenzo is immediately asking for a refund. So Koufax, who walked 57 in 184 innings, uncharacteristically wild in this exhibition game. Use our imagination like we did as kids during these games. We didn't have no stinking chalkboard, only at school. The white chalk always looked better on your fingers than the yellow, didn't it? Pitch to Power, and that gets away from Roseboro, and everybody moves up 90 on the pass ball. Doesn't show a pass ball. So the first patch should take care of some of these glitches, but they're not terrible. 2-1 to Power. There's a fly ball to right. Howard will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Twins, however, get 2 runs on a hit and 1 error. They leave a couple on. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Minnesota. So if you guys got questions, we can kind of go through, but we're going to play the game out. Here's Maury Wills. He's 0 for 1. Caught just 23 pitches for 9 batters. 2 innings and 3 hits. He struck out 3. Right back to Kitty. Over to first, 1 out. We like to clap the chalkboard erasers together and create a LeBron James atmosphere. Yes. Breathe all that stuff in. How you doing, Al, Red Sox fan? Hope you're doing well, too. Jim Gilliam is 0 for 1. Cott delivers. There's a liner into center field. He's going for 2 to throw to Allen. That's a double, and that's his first. So that's one of the new features, is that extra base hits are now, you can choose to show them on the screen. So Gilliam on second, 1 out for Hondo, who singled his first time up. Frank, a mammoth man. What is he, 6'7"? I think before Randy Johnson, he was the tallest player in baseball history. Pitch to Howard is a fly ball to center. Lenny Green is there. 2 out. Gilliam will go to third, and that throw goes in the infield. So 2 out for Tommy Davis, who's 0 for 1. 4 hits for the Dodgers, 2 for the Twins. Doubleheader for you tomorrow, noon Eastern. It's the Boston Braves and Philadelphia Phillies, as we start 1949. Absolutely, Todd. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you watching on this 22nd of December. And may 2021 be a hell of a lot better than this year. Pitch to Davis. Got him! He swung on and tipped it right in the glove of Earl Batty. And that's 4. So no runs to hit. The Dodgers have left 4 on. We go to the 4th. No score. Or 2-0 Minnesota. So Zoilo Versalles singled his first time up. So if you're wondering about the changes, there's subtle changes so far. Pitch to Versalles as a fly ball to center. Davis. Willie's got to catch one out. Here's Kitty. He struck out his first time up, one of the 2 on Koufax's punch card. He gets 10. He gets a free coffee at Dunkin'. To Wells. 2 out. So they've yet to retire Lenny Green. He has walked twice and scored. Koufax threw 18 batters, 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits. Walked 5, struck out 2. And has thrown 73 pitches. Yes, Duncan iced. Up the middle, that's a base hit. Green will round first and hold. Okay, and these now seem to be in team colors. So it brings up Rich Rollins. Ernie was the young kid in My 3 Sons, right? Rich has doubled, driven in a run, and scored. Koufax delivers. Here's a line drive into right field. That's a single. Green will stop at third. And runners on the corners and 2 out for Killebrew. I wonder if I got to do tags, because I got to do 2 stadiums tomorrow. I got to do Braves Field, and I'll have to do Sportsman's Park. Whether I got to tag all those base hit things. That'll be a pain in the tushy. Ernie with the buck teeth and the glasses. Yep. Chip's the one that married Tina Cole. Harmon Killebrew is 0 for 2. Or your twin, as he was known. Okay. Pitch to Killebrew is a fly ball left field. Davis will come in, make the catch, and that will retire the side. Twins have stranded 7. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom 4, 2-0 Minnesota. We said this ballpark is playing big. Batting average, it's neutral. Even for the lefties and -1 for the righties. But good luck poking a home run out of here in 62. -52 for the homers for lefties and -31% for the righties. Does the chalkboard seem smoother? Yeah, but it was pretty smooth in my opinion before, Al. Have you guys noticed anything? What have you guys noticed? I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the horsepower you're running under the hood and all that. And My 3 Daughters would have been a better show. Absolutely. Fairley struck out his first time up. Base hit, left field. Rollins makes the poor play, and the Dodgers have their 5th hit. Dodger Stadium had 390-foot power alleys in 62 and 415 to dead center. That's a big part. Willie Davis singled his first time up. They had a lot of rain in the spring of 62. And because Dodger Stadium was inset into a hill, the grass really didn't have time to get green and take color. Yeah, Tiger Stadium was 440 to dead center. But you had to, the second deck was actually in play because it overhung the field. So, to make it look good for the newspaper pictures, because the Dodgers didn't do television in 1962 for home games, they dyed the field green. And so, when you look at color pictures of opening day at Dodger Stadium, the grass almost looks black. JT Judge says it was marked 440, but he thinks the actual distance was 420, 425. Kind of like the left field line at Fenway Park, which was marked at 315 for years, and it was really 305. Pitch to Davis. There's a liner into center field. Fairly will hold at second. Then the Dodgers have runners on first and second, nobody out. And Lorenzo says it was Hollywood after all. A little makeup is standard operating procedure. Cleveland Stadium was always painted green for the Indians. Yep. Well, the Browns played there, and the city owned that, right? Darryl Spencer's 1-for-1. There's a ground ball to Allen. He'll go to Versalles for 1. Throw to Power, and I believe that should be, and it is, 2. Fairley goes to third. 2 out for Roseboro, who struck out his first time up. I mean, Memorial Stadium in Baltimore always looked like it was halfway chewed up from the Colts and the Orioles. Pitch to Roseboro. Here's a liner to center. Green will make the catch to retire the side. Dodgers strand another runner. We go to 5th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 4, 2-0 Twins. So it'll be Allison, Batty, and Allen to face Koufax here in the 5th. Bob 0 for 1, he walked. And George Banks is going to pinch hit. What? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a marked improvement. Glad to see the AI worked for that one. Banks at 252, 4 homers and 15 RBI. No, they're still the Indians for another year. Pitch to Banks. There's a liner to left. Davis is going to dive and makes a sliding catch on the grass. So Sanford tips the hat, and here's Batty, 0 for 2. With a strikeout. No pinch hits. Here's a ground ball base hit right side. So Batty's on with a single. 5th hit for the Twins. And that'll bring up Bernie Allen. It was walked twice. 1 on, 1 out. Top the 5th. 2-0 Twins. And no, we're not pinch hitting for Bernie Allen either. Roseboro and Koufax trying to get on the same page. Base hit left center field. Willie Davis got a bad jump. Bernie's on with a double. Is that Steve Allen's son? I don't think so. Brings up Vic Power, who's 0 for 2. Computer seems to be wanting a pinch hit for everybody. I don't like that. So runners on second and third, 1 out for Vic Power. In the center, Willie Davis trots into right center, makes the catch. Batty will tag and try to score. The throw home to Roseboro is close, but he's safe. And so it's 3-0 Twins. So Mike says, thank God they did not use this cathedral for any multi-sports like football or soccer. I think they have played football here. Lorenzo would know. Like they've done with Yankee Stadium. Well, Yankee Stadium is probably, Mike, as much of a football cathedral as it is a baseball cathedral. And the Yankees own the soccer team, so I like football at Yankee Stadium, personally. The grass gets replaced every year anyway. It's not like it's honest to goodness Bronx turf that they're using. They truck it in just like they do for everything else. A lot of big college football games were played at Yankee Stadium. Zoilo is 1 for 2. There's a fly ball to left. Tommy Davis is there, and that will retire the side. Halfway home, the Twins get a run. 3 hits. 3-0 now, halfway through. I know that the Dodgers and the Angels were the only permanent tenants at Dodger Stadium. Yep. I don't think they've ever played a bowl game there. Olympics were there in '84 as well. All right, we'll be back in a moment. the football giants, Silent Shadows, were supposed to finish the 73 season at Old Yankee Stadium. That's what the Yankees in the city of New York told them. When the Giants went to play after the last Yankee game at Yankee Stadium, they were told that no renovations were starting immediately, if not sooner. And so the Giants played 73 and 74 at the Yale Bowl, which was terrible. And in 75, if you love Shea Stadium, well, everything was at Shea. The Yankees, the Mets, the Jets, and the Giants all played at Shea in 75. If you joined us late for the game part of this, Twins got 2 in the third. Rich Rollins doubled home Lenny Green, and Harmon Killebrew a sac fly to make it 2-0. And then Vic Power with a sac fly off of Sandy Koufax in the fifth to make it 3-0. Jimmy Cott, a 6-hitter through 4. And Sandy Koufax, all 3 runs are earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 2 through 5. The Pope was there. Yep, I'm sure there were a couple of Billy Graham revivals, too. I don't ever remember a football game being played there either. But remember, the Dodgers owned the stadium, and that was one of the big sticking points why they left Brooklyn. They wanted to own their own place, and Mr. Moses said, well, we have this lovely plot of land out in Queens, but we're the Brooklyn Dodgers. Fleetwood Mac's Tusk was recorded here at Dodger Stadium. Sandy Koufax is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Yeah, the Coliseum obviously would be for football. Southern Cal, UCLA played there through 81, then they moved to the Rose Bowl. Rams, of course, played there. The Raiders played there. And when the Rams moved back from St. Louis, they played there until this year. And yes, my pitcher is still about to hit. In the left, Killebrew, 1 out. Maury Wills is 0 for 2. Well, that's why, because it was the SC band that got used. That's a great song. I can't play it because this is going up onto YouTube. So, I'll get nailed. Maury's going to bunt here. He's 0 for 2. Cott threw 18 batters, 47 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, and 4 strikeouts. He's going to drop one, and that's a good one. Batty will throw to Allen covering, and it goes 2-4 on the card. 2 out for Gilliam, who doubled. He's 1 for 2. Foul tipped, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. TMB, Trojans Marching Band, the best band, and the greatest fight song in college football. That's not played by the University of Michigan. Pitch to Gilliam, and there's a fly ball to left. Killebrew comes in, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th, 3-0 Minnesota. So Cott will bat here, or he should. He's only thrown 53 pitches. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Koufax will not be going the distance in this one. Line drive to center. Willie Davis is there, 1 out. Lenny Green is singled. They've not retired him yet. He's singled and walked twice. Yes. Pitch to Lenny. They're going to get him this time. They will. Fly ball to right. Howard is there. 2 out. So, big changes are, it's going to tell you walks and strikeouts and the number. It's going to tell you the pitch, or what type of pitch. In this case, that was an 84-mile-an-hour changeup. And the ball stays on the screen at all times. Rollins is 2 for 3. Ernie has doubled. Scored and drove home a run. Line drive foul. Third base side. Some kid from Fresno made that catch. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Rollins. to third. Spencer over across the way, and that should and will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Bottom 6, 3-0 Twins. So Frank Howard, Davis, and Ron Fairley. Howard 1 for 2. Cott, brutally efficient, just 53 pitches through 5. Some kid by the name of Brian Wilson caught that one. Big clue, you caught the live stream. For Salas and Rollins converge, and Rollins will get that. 1 out. For Tommy Davis, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So if you bought the deluxe edition, 1916, 1962, and 2020 are the seasons that come with it, along with the Dave Gardner special. The worst 24 teams in 1900-plus baseball history. Cleveland Spiders not included. So that's the goodie with it. Davis is ready. Pitch from Cott into center field. Lenny Green is there. 2 out. For Fairley, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Nope, that's the American and National League. Federal League was 14 or 12. Best known for the Chicago Whales, which played at Wigman Park. 14-15, okay? Which later became Wrigley Field. Fairley. There's a little looper that's going to drop in right field. Banks will pick it up. Banks is a 4 and a 4 in right. Willie Davis is 2 for 2. He singled twice. Big clue installing his copy. Throw to first, Fairley back. Pitch to Willie is a ground ball right back to Cott. Throws it to Power at first, and that will retire the side. Goes 1-3 on the card after 6-3-0 Twins. So Killebrew, Banks, and Batty to face Koufax here in the 7th. And Harmon draws a walk. That's 6 for Sandy. He's looking like the Koufax who pitched in Brooklyn tonight. And Cott is indeed outdoing Koufax. Here's George Banks. 0 for 1. He'll stay in the game, and that got away from Roseboro. On the wild pitch, and the count goes to 3-1. Alston would like to have Koufax at least pitch the 7th. He's due up 3rd. Pitch to Banks. Got him! 94-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. Yeah, Cott should be in the Hall of Fame. Yep, that Sandy used to throw the ball over the backstop. Doing his best Ryan Duran impression. Here's Batty. He's 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and scored. And I'm still not pinch hitting. Here's a ground ball to Gilliam over to first for the out. So Killebrew moves to 3rd. 2 out for Bernie Allen. Bernie has walked twice and doubled. 1 for 1. No. Ground ball to Maury Wills, and Maury just couldn't get to it. That's an infield single. He'll hold the ball. Runner scores. It's 4-0 Twins. And that'll bring up Vic Power, who was 0 for 2 with an RBI. Into center, Willie Davis rides the Schwinn, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, 4-0. Whoops. Nancy Dell on the organ, eating a Dodger dog, and from Farmer John, of course. And so, as always, there's a farmer in the Dell. Here's Darryl Spencer. He's 1 for 2. Has singled and grounded into a double play. Here's a fly ball, left center field. Back goes Green. That's off the wall, and Spencer's on with his first double. So that'll bring up Johnny Roseboro, who is 0 for 2. Football Manager called, "Want to know why I'm moonlighting? Some fly by night. I fly by day." Okay. Bad as that pun was, it's not as bad. Oh, come on. Come on. Be a spirit. Be a sport. Roseboro is 0 for 2. I thought her name... What was her name? I thought it was Nancy Dell. Nancy Faust was the one for the White Sox. Pitch to Roseboro. There's a ground ball to Allen. He'll throw to first. And Spencer moves to third. So our first look at the pinch hitting screen, it looks exactly like last year. Dell. Okay. And Nancy Heffley were the two organists. Well, since we're not in Los Angeles for this year, I'll completely forget that. So who can hit a lefty? I'm not trying to do that to... who can hit a lefty? How about Lee Walls with 1 out, 266, no homers, and 17 RBI. What's better than a rose on a piano? Well, tulips on an organ. Oh. Yeah, Votto used to. Pitch to Walls. There's a base hit up the middle. Spencer scores, and the Dodgers are on the board 4-1. So Maury Wells is 0 for 3. Caught 27 batters, 6 1/3 innings, 75 pitches, 9 hits, and 4 strikeouts. A run. Walls can run, speaking of that. And Maury will hit and run. The throw down to Allen is in time. They got him on a 2-0 pitch. I didn't see any chicken involved here. Someone asking if this was Margot Adams' memorial game. She die? Yes, I'll have to wing it. And we've reached the late night portion of the program here. Maury is still 0 for 3. The count is 2 balls and a strike. Pitch from Cott. Got him, and that's number 5. So, run for the Dodgers. He swings and misses at a 2-2 fastball at 87. Yes, RSN at night. After 7, the Twins 4, the Dodgers 1. Please try the veal. Will be here all the week. So, righty, lefty, lefty, and that tells me Ron Paranowski. Will come in and bat 9th. Yeah, Wills fails to make contact on a hit and a run. That's appropriate for this game, I suppose. Yeah, Doris is disappointed. Well, she got paid big bucks for posing for some Klingon ship magazine. The one that kind of goes with... No, we're playing the Dodgers, so he was in Dodger blue. The one that kind of talks about the top floor. Paranowski, 6-6 with 20 saves and a 2.86 ERA. In 70 games, he threw 107 innings. Allowed just 1 homer. He walked 36 and struck out 68. 26 years old. Fastball at 87. He was a Twin later on in his career. Yeah, I believe in 69. Ground ball plus pitcher. Paranowski joined the Dodgers in 61. Pitch to Versailles, who's 1 for 3. There's a base hit in the left center field. Davis will bobble it. To go into third is Versailles, and they're going to call that a triple. So Willie Davis kind of misplayed that one. And Versailles hold off to third. Here's Cott. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He's hearing the no HOF calls from the press box. And parent Ron joined the Twins in 68. Pitch to Cott. Strike 3. A 1-2 fastball at 86. 1 out. For Lenny Green, who was 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Pitch to Green. Got him! An 86-mile-an-hour heater on the inside corner. 2 out. Talk about bearing down. And here's Rich Rollins. He is single-doubled, drove in a run, and scored. Paranos. No, I'm still going to not pinch hit. Johnny Goro wants to get in this game like someone who needs to take a leak along the side of the road. Rollins right up the box. Paranosky over to first, and he got down the side. Bill Tuttle will come into play right. Bill Tuttle coming into play right field. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Twins. Tuttle is 7 and a 4. Big Clue says, surprised I'm not doing a 1916 game. Gardner might recognize some of the players from his youth. No, that would be Clinton Parks. Gilliam is 1 for 3. He has doubled. Howard and Davis to follow. Cott walked him. Yeah, the Red Sox were a good team in that era. Here's Frank Howard. So the 88-mile-an-hour fastball was low and inside. Hondo is 1 for 3 with a single. Got him. That's 6 for Jim. An 0-2 on the outside corner. Got him looking. For Tommy Davis, who's 0 for 3. So after the game, what else do you guys want to see? Pitch to Davis. Struck him out. That's 7 for Cott. He got him on an 0-2 curve. And that'll bring up Fairley, but there aren't a lot of good lefty pinch hitters. Unless your name is Wally Moon. Wally, who owned the Coliseum, 242, 4 homers, and 31 RBI. I mean, that's what a moonshot is. You're looking at him right there, the unibrow. Pitch to Moon. Here's a fly ball to center. Green will make the catch, and we'll go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 8, 4-1 Twins. So Wally, who's a 3, will stay at first. Killebrew, Tuttle, and Batty to face Paranosky here. Harmon is 0 for 3. He has walked and score. Fans, what are we going to do with Wally bunting? Pitch to Killebrew. Ball 4. First walk for Paranosky. Here's Bill Tuttle. Look at what a chaw in Tuttle's mouth. It looks like his tongue is just kind of over there. Bunting played for the Padres. I don't know the movie. Can't be Major League. There was no Interleague. I mean, my God. That's how, I think him and his mother got cancer from that. Holy jeez. Pitch to Tuttle. Got him. A 1-2 fastball. Swung on and missed. And that'll bring up Batty. 1 out. 4-1 Twins. Top the 9th. 4 runs. Did Cook issue a pass with his release fixing the 78 Red Sox and them underperforming? We'll see about relief use. Roseboro and Paranosky go and meet. Ground ball to Gilliam. Wills for 1, Moon for 2. And that will retire the side. Here's another quote from the same movie, and I'm still drawing a blank because it's a movie. It's my experience that the most organized crime people are Yankee fans. That would be, Lorenzo. That would be a mighty big patch. Willie Davis, Spencer, and Roseboro to face Cott, who's just over 100 pitches. Willie is 2 for 3. You wait. We only need to make up 1 game in 49. Pitch to Davis, struck him out, and that's 8 for Cott. And that'll bring up Darrell Spencer, who's 2 for 3. Single, double, grounded into a double play and scored. I have seen that movie. My Blue Heaven, the one when Steve Martin dyes his hair black. Great song. Right back to Kitty, over to first, 2 out. They released Butch Hobson. Big Money, how are you? Merry Christmas. Johnny Roseboro is 0 for 3. I think the Dodgers have exhausted who they want to use for a pinch hitter. We'll go with Andy Carey, or Max as he used to be known. 234, 2 homers, and 13 RBI. So what do you want to... hey, I just played the game. Only a Jucket run game. Produces 4 runs against Koufax. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature and stop harassing the person that runs the streams. Actually, the woman that played the actress in those Imperial Margarine ads died last week. She was 94. I'm not making that up. Well, it's a good thing I'm playing 49 then. Wait till you see what I do to Don Newcomb. Pitch to Carey, struck him out, and that's the ball game. So the Twins win the exhibition game 4-1 and win the playoff bowl. So Cott goes the distance, throws a 9-hitter. The run was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 9, and he's our Digital Dice player of the game. No, you never have to uninstall it unless you have no room on your hard drive. They are completely separate. The one good thing, and I'll talk about this in a minute, Koufax, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs all earned. He walked 6 and struck out 3. He threw 73 balls and 73 strikes and 58 balls. And Paranosky, 1 hit through 2, walked 1, and struck out 3, and had minus stuff. And so you tell me what you want to see. Yeah, Sandy walked 6. I never uninstall any other version. They're just not that big. I think the download file was only 70 megs. So I have each and every one going back to whatever is on a couple old hard drives ago. All right, so what would you like to see me show you before we say goodnight? I'm not seeing any huge changes. You can always see the ball. You get now milestones on the screen, so the game gives you a little more information. Plate appearances are now on the rosters, which is something I haven't seen before. Again, incremental stuff, and we're doing a doubleheader tomorrow with the 49 season. There was, of course, the infamous runtime error. And so these things will kind of make themselves more apparent as we go along. Any thoughts on the alternate versions of the 2020 season yet? I haven't installed it. We can do that right now. So let's install it, shall we? Install season. So we have 3. We have 2020, which is a 60-game version. Oh, 1992 came with the game, too. I could have done that. power user. The 162 game 2020 projections in the 1-0. So let's do the 162 games. So they project that Tampa would have won 108. The Yankees 89. Minnesota by 2 over Chicago and Cleveland, 97, 95, and 95. And Oakland would have wiped the floor with Houston with 97 wins. So under the old playoff structure, the wild card game would have been the White Sox and the Indians. That's interesting. In the National League, Atlanta by 11 over Miami, 95 wins. Washington coming off that World Series, 70 and 92. The Cubbies would have won the division and dismantled. They won the division by 8 over St. Louis and Cincinnati with 84. Pittsburgh don't look. And the Dodgers, holy crapola. Lorenzo, 116 wins. San Diego, 100, would have been 16 back. And so the wild card game, now that's interesting. How would they have resolved that? You have Miami with 84 wins, St. Louis with 84 wins, and Cincinnati with 84 wins. Now that's an interesting predicament. Let's take a look at how they projected the Dodgers' stats, shall we? Mookie Betts, just leave them all in the playoffs. Yeah, there'd be a 3-way round robin. What a mess. You'd have to go. Yeah. So Mookie Betts, they projected to be 292, 43, and 105 with 27 stolen bases. I'm not sure what BR and BT means. So here's splits against lefties. Average, on base, slugging, OPS, runs created, and their positions. AJ Pollock hitting 43 homers, only in a video game. My mouse isn't up, but look to the right of RC27. OB, slugging, OPS are... Yeah, I'm not sure what those are. Oh, base running. And the T is throw, right? No, but, I think, range and throwing arm? But it's B. All right, let's take a look at Mookie's card. No, it doesn't have his arm. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Bats throws? No, because it's got a 3 or a 4 there. All right, here's pretty much some usage stuff, games and replay stats, so you can get a look at that at a moment's notice. Here's a detailed question. Could I import all season stats from the 81 season and then play out the missed games and add them in the game? You can edit players. I don't... I think if you go to the Action PC form, I think you can find a full 81 season. I'm sure somebody's done it. So not easily is what I would say. The pitching reel versus the replay. Their status. Their usage. Where the box scores would be. Managerial settings. team stats. History. And if you wanted player notes. Bunt rating? That would make more sense. Oh, and bunt for hit. You're absolutely right. Sack rating and bunt for hit. Yep, BT is bunt rating. I'd imagine BT would be bunt for hit rating. Norseman 36, you win a cookie. So that's the roster page. What else you guys want to see? Look at park layouts here. Let's look at one that's actually in the game. So that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, so there's no new. There's no singles and doubles and all that. The dancing girls. Brad, would you take a sleeping cat instead? I know you like kitties. Is it hard to import ballparks? I find it nearly impossible to import ballparks. I get the pictures in. My cat would demolish your wife's dog. Okay. So each year I redo the ones that need to be redone. It just makes it easier that way. Because they always add new bells and whistles and all that. You can technically do that, I think. Can you see? You can. So games, managers, park information from previous game edition. Let's try it. Permission denied in a runtime error. Oops. Please stand by. So the answer to that is no, you can't very easily. Anything else you guys want to see before we call this a stream? The schedule screen, I showed that earlier, it's the same. So, are you ready for me to give my initial thoughts on this? You guys are so chatty. I just played an entire game. Alright. But thanks for asking, Meter. Go back in the stream and we just finished a game, so. Okay, initial thoughts, and of course this will probably change by about 9 o'clock tomorrow night when we get a couple in. If you upgraded last year, I don't see a real reason to upgrade this year unless you were looking for 1916, 1962, 1992, and the 19,000 versions of 2020 that are on the board. The new improvements are the ball is always on the screen. So you'll now be able, with the chalkboard, to see when errors happen. That's going to be a huge difference for the way I call games. So thank you. You now know the type of pitches. There's a couple more options that I saw there. But nothing that says this. Was it Todd that just bought this at Thanksgiving about a month ago? I would not run out and get it. It'll go on sale. And if you bought the deluxe version before, you always get $5 off on it. seems to be a good game. That's not a knock on the game itself. It's just that this game is pretty well developed. Now, tomorrow we have a doubleheader for you. Yeah, I wish they would automate the ballpark imports and stuff like that. It takes me about 5 minutes to get a ballpark ready. The logos are, so modding is the same. It has not changed at all. Logos are there. You can put in manager pictures now if you want, and maybe there's one there, and so I could post Connie Mack's pictures when we're doing the 49 Philadelphia A's. Per park, that adds up, but you only do it for the parks that you need to do it for. I usually do it when I'm about to, I think, now let me take a look here. Because some parks I've already done. Park layouts. No, that one needs to be redone, and I know I've used that one. No, that one is right. See, if I used the parks in years past, they're there. That was the layout I used for the Rangers last year. No, if the default park is already there, then it's already set. So it's the ones that we added. For instance, here's a default picture for the Polo Ground. This Globe Life. Oh, look in a second. Here's a default picture for the Polo Grounds. I wouldn't use that in a gazillion years. That is a horrible picture. And you know we're going to the Polo Grounds. The Dodgers have to play there. But this will be the one I use instead. Well, the Giants have to play there, but the Giants are terrible. So it doesn't take long to move stuff around. Things are pretty much there. You just gotta to move them. You asked about Globe Life, right? Says the Nationals fan. Yep. No. Doesn't appear to be. Yeah, good for Howie Kendrick for calling it a career. Nope, there does not appear to be a Globe Life. Someone will offer it with a mod, I'm sure. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's click on Texas. And there's not, the ballpark picture is blank. So, someone will ask about that in the chat or on the board and there. Anything else you guys want to know? Yeah, that should have been there. Especially since the World Series was there. So back to my thought. So if you bought the game in the last couple of years and you don't play it all that much, I think you're fine if you miss this one. If you buy it every year and want the seasons, it's a must-buy. It's not a bad game. Yeah, Buffalo, too. I'm surprised that wasn't... I didn't even look. What's Toronto listed as? No ballpark listed for Toronto either. Reinstall stadium photos. Well, let's see what happens. Okay. I reinstalled the default stadium photos. Nope, no Globe Life. Nope, no Buffalo. And the Fenway picture is the same crappy one that they had before. 10% off the season disc. Well, you do get 3 files for it. I'm sure it'll be on the forum before too much longer, and maybe even in the first real patch. It's the first game he's released in a while that actually came out the day it was supposed to be released. Anything else before we run off? So, it's not a bad game. I'd still give it about an 8. But if you're looking to upgrade over last year, well, tomorrow's doubleheader usually gives a good indication. All right, gang, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. Noontime tomorrow, we start 49 from Braves Field in Boston as the Phillies and Braves play. And then in prime time, the Indians and the St. Louis Browns at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Have yourself a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you at noontime tomorrow for the first of 2 to start the 49 season. Have yourself a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.